now we will move on to FailMail.
Well, we asked you, again, this is take 2 of doing this, guys, but we asked you what your worst date stories were, okay? So here we go, just right off the bat. So your worst date stories. He asked for my measurements.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah. He wants to know. Maybe he was getting
Maybe he was going to surprise her with some nice lingerie.
Lingerie, yeah.
This is classic. For his current girlfriend and her friends happen to be eating at the same restaurant.
What's wrong with that?
Oh, so good.
I once got sent. I was on a date with a girl, and someone I dated previously was also in that restaurant with her girlfriends, and she sent me a shot, and me and the girl I was on a date with, a shot like each, and then the waiter said,
"What, your ex-girlfriend?"
No, she wasn't. We just dated for a little bit. We nothing serious.
No, it was casual.
And she sent me a shot, right?
Yeah.
And over, and the waiter was like, "Oh, it's from those girls over there," and I had to be like, and then like the girl turned her back, and then the girl I'd done on a date with just gave me the finger. So, which I thought, fair play, is pretty funny, to be fair.
Wow.
So you'd just been on a date with her, hadn't called her back or something, or
No, like we just went out a couple of times. Like we didn't
So why the
even hook
animosity?
up. Like I know, that's what I was like.
You didn't even shag, mate. Unlucky.
Did you drink the shot?
Yeah, I did. It was
Is
delicious.
it poison?
Yeah.
It's just
Still to this day, I
can't remember what
can't hear in my left ear.
Yeah.
Was it in a jokey way, or did she have actual disdain?
No, I think it was a bit. It was like she was with her mates getting pissed, and like soon as they were pissed in the restaurant and they saw, like, noticed, because at first they didn't notice me, and then she saw me, and then I saw whispering to the table, and I was just like, oh,
yeah, classic.
I'm fucked.
Yeah.
You should have sent some other shots back. Shots fired.
Shots fired, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but when you're on a date, you can't really be like, oh, sorry, I'm just actually going to send shots to that table of girls.
No, you should have just sent your bill. You should have sent your.
I'm just going to send them a few drinks.
Yeah.
They're
Like,
You should have sent your
champagne
bill
shot.
over to them.
Yeah.
Just go, those guys over there going to grab the bill, and then leave.
I've got some here. Went fishing, which is a crazy start to the date, but I didn't know we were on private land. Had to hide in a field in the dark as he fucked off.
Sorry. Oh, so she was on a date with someone fishing? No.
Yeah, I guess. Or she organised the date, maybe.
That's a weird, like, fishing isn't that?
Fishing's an interesting date. The guy kept talking all the time about how badly he wanted to get circumcised.
Wow. This is, Mooch, you'll like this one, okay? He paid for the first date, so I offered to pay for the second date. He ordered 2 main meals as he was very hungry.
Legendary. Such a good move.
Yeah, I'm going to go 2 here, 1 to take away. Is that all right? Ladies pay.
Yeah.
Cool. Also, can you send some shots over to my ex over there?
That'd be great, yeah.
Oh, amazing.
He took me to McDonald's and we ate it in the cold at the bus stop in front of it. And yes, it was your mate Adam Kumas.
Oh, Kumas getting called out.
This is from his current girlfriend.
Amazing.
She says love the date too.
That's such a Kumas date as well.
Do you want to go get McDonald's? It's easy, affordable.
Yeah. In my 20s, guy turned up in a ski suit for a coffee in June.
I had been chatting to a guy on Tinder for weeks, but we couldn't meet because I was always busy. So I asked him to come to my workplace on Saturday night. I was a part-time stripper, part-time teacher then.
What a combo.
The guy was scared, so arrived a little drunk. On our first ever date, I gave him a dance, then continued chatting like we were just in a cafe talking about usual date stuff like, what's your favourite music? But then they became a couple for a couple years after that, which is nice.
Okay. Here we go. Well, you might like this one then.
Why are you holding your earphone to your ear as if you're about to sing some charity single? Like, what is this? Stay now.
Know it's Christmas time and fever. Okay. It fell off my ear. And Mooch, I'm very tired.
Fell off that giant head.
Yeah, I'm very tired, Mooch. Okay, here we go. He sent me a pro and cons list. A con was that I didn't allow him to be racist.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
Yeah.
I chatted to someone who, similarly, they dated a guy for 3 months, but it ended when he sent her a PDF of things that she could improve upon.
Oh my God, this is just, I'm loving this.
Stuff like, you're too ambitious.
That's like, do you remember
PDF, you know.
Wait, say that again.
Uneditable.
Uneditable. I mean, you can edit them now, but
That's worse than the crazy lawyer who made me do the Myers-Briggs test
So
afterwards.
good. I like that. I rate that.
Was it laminated? Because that is if
She
it's
just sent it to me.
no, not the PDF. That's uneditable.
This one has a few twists and turns.
Okay.
She wanted to go Pizza Express. I'm going to read it as it's written. I think there's some punctuation missing here, but we'll try and... She wanted to go Pizza Express, spoke really loudly, ate with her mouth open, and got pissed. When I tried to use my student discount, she kicked up a fuss. This was first year uni, allow. Maybe I was her worst date. I had to sit and listen to her, also noticing, and this is what I don't, was missing a finger. I noticed the missing finger, which was numb because she sucked the pizza sauce off of it. I'm not quite sure what happened in that date. Is he missing a finger? Is she missing a finger? She sucked off.
Missing a finger,
and I suppose she sucked pizza sauce off.
Look, look, if you're missing a finger, we're not. We're a very ableist podcast. We don't give a shit. Like that's his own shit to deal with. The loudness and the mouth eating, like okay, that's a bit different. You know, maybe that's not a mistake, but
in the latest round of Asian hate, an Asian man had his fingertip bitten off in I think New York.
Wow.
Jesus. From who? A dog?
I don't know, but they can't point his finger. No, tried.
Just.
No, but it was that was the latest round of Asian hate.
I like the brevity of this one. My date went to the loo and someone tried to flog me old magazines, then stole his phone. So good. Date was great. Cheeky kiss too. But I put his name into Google after and found out he'd served time in prison for killing someone.
Whoa! Murder date! Murder
was the case. It was the date that they gave me.
Cheeky kiss as well. Ooh, he's a nice guy. Just first base. He's done time in Pentonville for killing someone.
Oh, well, look, if he's paid his time. If he's paid
yeah.
I went on a blind date and he started crying and begged me not to leave when he went to the loo. Fucking hell.
How bizarre. I've got a long story. Let's go through it.
Yeah.
My worst date experience would have to be the time I drove 200 miles to meet a guy I met on MySpace.
Oh.
When I get there, it was clear that neither of us were into it, but we decided to go out anyway. Because
You've
one,
gone 200 miles.
I paid for gas and drove my thirsty ass to see him, and two, sex. We go to see a movie, which he pays for, and dinner, which he also paid for. But on our way out, I realised I left my keys in my car. We're stuck outside a fucking Olive Garden in the freezing cold because it's 2 days before Christmas. Anyway, he calls someone his mum knows, and half an hour later, a man shows up to let me in. I take her back to his place, and by this time, it's nearly midnight, so I, of course, must stay the night. We go to bed, and as you'd assume, we start to hook up. Brackets like I was going to leave without a little something. Close brackets. Great kisser. Still to this day, possibly the best I've ever had. So I'm really into it and decide I'm going to take a trip down south to get a fair warning. Okay. I'm like, huh? And I quickly see why. He had a micro penis.
Whoa. Okay.
No shade. I didn't let it stop me, but I quickly accepted this date had officially flatlined. Time of death, 12:37 a.m. Christmas Eve, not because of the micro penis, but because we're both bottoms. Always the way. The next morning, I take him to work at the Waffle House.
Is this a gay gentleman?
It's a gay
yeah.
Okay.
The next morning, I take him to work at the Waffle House where my fucking car caught on fucking fire. And he was like, I'm out. I drove home with a smoking car that took a fortune to fix, an asshole that isn't sore, and the asshole had the nerve to ghost me. Yeah.
Right, if you had a
There's a lot to unpack there.
If you had a micro
story.
penis, what's going to be your plan of action? Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to tell people out the bat? Are you going to like...
Well, what do you do?
Make jokes about it. I went,
True.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
yeah. I think you'd have to say. I think you'd have to be like, I've got a micro penis.
Because
my penis is small.
Micro
You
penis is a genuine thing, isn't it? It has to be like smaller than a certain.
Yeah.
It's like a medical. It's not just like having a small dick. It's like you genuinely can't. Because my friend, she hooked up with someone who had a micro penis, and she said it was just like strange because it was
It's like a
this
micro
little,
pig.
It's like this little,
Rubbing
just
a
like this
button.
little ting. Yeah, which is a shame. Sad for. And he was a classic. He was like a gym dude. Classic, mate. Like big arms and stuff. Like took.
Well, I mean, I think if you've got a micro penis,
Yeah, you
you
gotta
probably
make up
have
for
to
it.
compensate in other ways. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, look, I'm pretty hench, but I will. My fingers, very.
You know what I would do? Invest in sex toys, mate. invest in sex toys. Just have them ready to go whenever anyone comes over.
I thought you meant invest in love, honey.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, but just
a bit weird to be like,
I can't pleasure
we're
you,
hooking up.
but here's the magic
Listen.
buzzy wand 3000. But I think that's the way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. Okay.
Learn to use your tongue.
Yeah, get very good at that.
You got to give good head for that.
Yeah.
But
Apparently, if you give head to more than 10 women in your life, you are more at risk of cancer in the throat.
well, that's why I never do it.
I'm bloody fucked, mate.
Me, I didn't. Who said that?
That was the Daily Mail article.
Oh yeah, of course it was. Exactly.
No, but actually, they've done some pretty good research.
Yeah,
so
actually, no, I know.
they
Sometimes
surveyed like 40 people. So
no,
Who was going out with Catherine Zeta-Jones?
yeah, and
Michael Douglas.
he
Michael Douglas,
gave
yeah.
loads of women head, and he got throat cancer.
Cunnilingus.
Cunny.
I'm suddenly feeling a bit scratchy in the throat right now. I'm suddenly feeling a bit
Had sex once in 6 months. Here we go.
legend. I think I've got a couple short ones here. He saw what I did for a job, and then on the date whipped out his CV, which I ended up editing.
Lol.
There's a recruiter there. Went to his house absolutely wasted to meet for the first time. He doesn't drink and was unimpressed by my shameless attempts to seduce him. Left in a huff because he wouldn't make a move. We've been dating for 6 months. If it works, it works. A guy started yelling loudly at me in a really quiet restaurant. Did not go on a second date. 20-minute work monologue. The phrase, in order to travel up the work stream. Chill out, tadpole.
Oh my god.
I think...
If you're talking about your job and you do anything in an office that is boring, please don't talk about it on a date. There's just a bit of advice. Like, if your job is boring or boring sounding, it's going to be boring for the other person.
Final one. Conversation was dead and we were both eating pasta, so I just blurted, so you like cheese then? Shocker.
Do you like cheese then?
Cheese grommet.
I imagine you're not that awkward on a date, Tom.
No, I'm fucking. Back in the day,
Retired. Tired at the top of the game.
Giving up the lifestyle. Giving it up. Pass the mantle on. Pass the mantle on. Nah, I always think with dating, it may not be the person for you, but I feel like you can always get some. Find some common ground somewhere, and I think that's what you need to do on a date. Find some common ground. I don't think it's impossible for anyone, as long as they're not you're completely socially broken, just to find some common ground and just have a chat. And you might not be the person for you, but I think you can make an hour or so not unpleasurable with almost anyone.
An hour. We still remember my friend for this to this day, but he had a 40-minute date. One drink, and then they
40 minutes.
He went, do you want
Did he have another date?
No, no. This wasn't this wasn't the sort of like Alfie style. Like I'm just fitting in something. This was like they met up after work on a Friday, had one drink. He went, do you want another one? She went, no, and then they went, right, let's go then.
Have I told you about this? I've had a similar sort of thing. I went out on a date with a girl from Hinge, and we were supposed to go for a dog walk.
Oh yeah.
We met in a bar. She looked
good start.
Well, no, to have a drink beforehand.
Yeah.
She looked nothing like her photo,
right.
But I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna drink till we have fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Had a few drinks.
She didn't have a dog.
Yeah.
No, she didn't. She
lied about the dog.
No. We were walking my dog.
Zola, right.
We were walking to the park. I was like, oh god, it was very dry. The conversation.
Yeah,
I was trying, and I went, I'm going to need another drink before you sort of go to a park, and I have to sort of force conversation. Maybe
it's not good if you're like, I need another.
So do you mind if we hit another
can of cash?
I need to get sesh. Yeah, exactly.
Do you mind if we
get Imperial vodka? From
if I just call my dealer.
Yeah.
Do you mind if we hit another bar? And she went, how about we just call this off? And I was both insulted but also relieved at the same time.
Yeah.
And then 100 meters down the road,
there was a cow fucking scassing it, chasing this dude.
100 meters down the road, like this was in Clapham. Just a gaggle of girls swarmed me.
What?
Because of the dog. Because of the dog. Yeah. I told them what happened, and I ended up dating one of them.
Legendary. That was a classic all I do is win story. It started with had this awful day and then ended up
I mean I was more, it's just kind of like I respect it, but I was also just like, listen, this is how dates work. We're both going to be here and we're both going to drink until one of us is attractive or amusing, and she wasn't on that, and I was like, I kind of respect that, but it was just a shock that someone would just go, okay, cool, this is shit. Let's just.
Some people
let's
are
just,
clinical, especially
Yeah.
in London, I think.
But
London
I think
people don't give a shit.
it's better that way.
Yeah, yeah. I
But
prefer that.
also, fuck her.
I prefer
I'm
that.
a great date.
Yeah. I can imagine you being a good date.
Yeah.
It's
I can
more the
imagine you
long-term
laugh.
thing, which I
Yeah.
think would be...
What was your date spots? Where would you take a girl if you were trying to impress her?
I go to
Clapham-
Hawksmoor. I always go big on the first one.
Hawksmoor.
Yeah, Hawksmoor.
What, Hawksmoor on a first date?
Yeah, man.
Legend. You pay
What,
for
like,
the meal as
you
well.
pay for the
Yeah,
meal?
yeah.
Mate,
Oh,
what? You
gangster,
crazy?
man.
Mate, I'm a baller.
Yeah, legit. legit.
But also,
I'm
like,
a baller.
yeah.
This is not
I mean,
the
that's. I mean,
ethos
like, this
of-
is not hinge slags.
Right.
Don't insult our listeners.
Yeah,
How
can you
dare
not?
I am banned from
Hinge
hinge.
slags. Goodness me.
I'm
Not
banned
at all.
from Hinge. You get banned from Hinge.
By playing a game. So we were me and
Playing a game. Well, I said it was a game. She said it was
Me and-
kidnap.
Yeah. Oh.
me and brides went to.
Right. This is always the bad start of a bad story.
We were on a night out and we met these girls in a pub, and someone suggested this game where you take out your phones with a dating app and you start swiping and messaging and then pass it on, swiping and messaging.
Right.
And I woke up the next day and I wasn't able to log into Hinge. So I don't know which of those three sent something horrific.
I think I could guess maybe one of the three.
I don't know. These two girls were pretty like
really?
they were a bit
fair.
mental as well.
Fair. No, that's good.
Brides as girls, as I like to call them. Just
The type.
yeah.
Yeah, no, but on that dating thing, I agree. We're back having indoor dates as well now. If you're out on a dating scene, just go for it. Go be yourself. See how it goes. And
Yeah. Try and just don't talk about your. If your job's boring, don't talk about it. Try.
And allude to your micro penis if you have one.
And yeah, and that's
Just-
all the advice that we have for you.
Yeah, put it on your
all I
profile.
do is fail.